So I'm KANAGARAJ, faculty for agriculture. I've been in this field for the last 15 years. I have gone to UPSC interview 5 times, 3 times for Indian Administrative Service and 2 times for Indian Forest Service. Since we are agri graduate, so we have one more option. We can also appear for the Indian Forest examination with the same prelims. So prelims is common for both civil service and Indian Forest Service. Okay, right. With the same optional, agriculture. So in the teaching field, I have been in this field for the last 9 years. I'm teaching agriculture optional and for GS area also. Okay, right. Okay. So some of you might have been from a different stream, not from agriculture. So first I will tell you how to choose the optional. So what is the nature of these optionals in the UPSC? So there are 2 kinds of optionals in our UPSC. You know, there are more than 20 options are there in the UPSC. So in our mains, so 500 marks allocated for the optional subject. So the mains, we have a essay paper and 4 GS papers and 2 optional paper 1 and paper 2. So each paper consists of 250 marks. So totally 500 marks. So there is a huge weightage in the mains for optional subject. Okay. So in this time period, so this is a correct time. So till November, December, we can focus for the optional. So if you are a first timer, if you are a fresher, so if you are appearing for the next year prelims, 2026 prelims, so this is the correct time to focus on your optional. Okay. So if you complete optional before December, then next year after December, you can focus on the prelims area. Then after prelims, next year after prelims, you can focus on the other areas, the GS, dynamic areas and the current affairs, and you can just do revision of the optional. Okay, right? Because the problem is next year after prelims, okay, every year, the time gap between the prelims and the mains only 2.5 months. So within this time gap, we cannot fully prepare the optional. So it's very difficult. So first you must complete the optional. Next year after prelims, we can do only revision. Okay, right. So there is a huge weightage in the optional, in the mains from optional. And moreover, scoring is also easy. Okay, so if you score a high marks in the optional, we will be in the top rank. So there is the chance of getting into the interview call. So if you are scoring in the range of out of 500, usually we aim for 300 plus, but currently, based on the recent trend, anything above 270 is a very good score out of 500. Okay, so if you are getting in the range of 270 plus, definitely you will get interview call, and your service determined by your personality test, okay, the interview mark and the essay mark. Okay, right. So there are 2 kinds of optional in our UPSC: the humanities subjects and technical paper, the pure science optional and technical paper. So the humanities subjects, like, they are the very popular optionals in UPSC: sociology, public administration, political science. Okay, so the geography. So these are the humanities subjects. And the technical or the pure science are the botany, zoology, physics, chemistry. So these are the technical area, right? Agriculture. What about agriculture? Whether it comes under humanities subjects or pure science, it's applied science. Okay. So agriculture and forestry. Actually, forestry not in our CSC list of optionals. Forestry only in the Indian Forest Service. So this forestry and agriculture are the applied science. So we study the pure science concepts like cell biology, genetics. We apply them in agriculture. Okay. We study plant physiology. We apply them in agriculture. By understanding those concepts, we apply them in agriculture. So actually, plant breeding is the applied part of genetics. We understand the genetics. Based on that, we develop varieties. That's a part of plant breeding. Okay. Crop improvement. Right. So agriculture comes under the applied science. Which one is suitable for you? The humanities subjects are the technical pure science. Right. So for the agri graduates, you need to worry about the agri optional. Okay. So this is the best choice, best optional for the agri graduates. No second thought. Right. You can choose, okay, without any second thought, you can choose agriculture optional. recent days it's scoring. Moreover, we are getting good results from agriculture. So for the other students with a bioscience background and the engineering graduates, right, you can decide based on the pros and cons. Okay, in the humanities subjects, the advantage. So here, mostly the questions are dynamic in nature. We understand the concept and we apply and we write, okay, in our own words. We can include the current affairs. So a lot of, okay, innovation. You can do a lot of innovation. Based on your answer writing skill, you can score high marks, right? No need to memorize all the topic. No need to memorize every content, right? And moreover, these subjects are the humanity subjects. You are well aware of those areas. And the sociology, and every day we study in the newspaper, so we follow current affairs. At least you must be aware of those subjects. The questions from the geography, sociology, political science, or public administration, right? So these are advantages of humanities. But the problem is the evaluation is subjective in nature. So you have to convince the examiner, right? Because most of the questions are opinion-based question, analytical-based question, right? And you have to give proper opinion. Your writing skill is very important. But no need to make it up, no need to memorize all the thing. But in case of in the pure science or technical paper, you have to memorize every content. Every topic in the syllabus is important, right? So we have to cover the whole syllabus. We cannot leave any single topic in the syllabus. Every topic is important. So you must have a proper notes for each and every word in the syllabus. Okay? And you have to memorize it. And many topics, okay, in the pure science area, you have to, in the botany or the agriculture, the scientific names are important. So you need to make it up, okay, the scientific name. But the advantage is that you can just, okay, you can follow a definite syllabus. Not a single question from outside the syllabus. And the questions are 100% of the questions are from exactly from the syllabus. If you study the syllabus word, the syllabus topic, you can able to answer for most of the 99% of the questions, right? And the evaluation is objective in nature. DNA கேக்குறானா என்னது? If they ask the question from the describe the structure of DNA, right? You need to write your own story and all. Okay, writing skill is not important. Just you have to study what is DNA structure, and you are going to write exactly the same thing in the exam paper. What is given in the material or the book. Okay. So if you give the correct answer in the pure science paper, you will get maximum marks. So in general, in our marking pattern, okay, in the UPSC examination, so usually they won't give full marks, okay, for any question. So currently there are only two type of questions are possible, okay, in our optional and GS, short question and big question. The short questions are 10 marks and the big questions are 20 marks in the optional. In a GS, it is a 15 mark. The short question, big question, right? And the page limit is also there. In our hand, okay, they are giving answer booklet. So for 10 marks, 2 pages. For 20 marks, 3 pages. Okay, right. So here, for again the pure science or the technical paper, so you have to give exactly what is again the book, the bookish content. Okay, so the questions are mostly direct questions, directly from the syllabus word. So if you are describing the DNA structure as proposed by Watson and Crick, maximum you will get, okay, out of 10, you can able to get 8 marks. It is possible in the pure science area. Whereas, okay, this is very, very difficult in the humanities subjects because evaluation is subjective in nature. Okay. So on an average, they give for the very good answer, maximum they will give 6 out of 10. This is a scoring pattern, okay, marking pattern in the UPSC examination, the competitive examination. Okay. If you are getting in the range of 60%, and you are the topper. The top score are in the range of 60-65%. That is the top score in the optional paper. Okay, out of 500, the 260s, 270 is the top score. Okay, right. So out of 10, you will get maximum 6, the average scoring. But in the pure science area, for some questions, if you are giving correct answer, we can able to get even 8 out of 10. It is possible. This is advantage of pure science optional. So based on your strength, your on the reading style, you can choose which one is suitable for you, right? So here you need to memorize lot of things, okay, and you have to follow the bookish definition, but scoring is high. If you give the correct answer, scoring will be very high. But the thing is, if you don't know the answer for a particular question, technical question, you cannot be able to write. கதை அடிக்க முடியாது. We cannot write a story, right? If you don't know the answer for the question, you have to leave that question. No other chance. But here we must be aware of something, so we can write some content. Okay, so these are advantages, disadvantages. So based on that you can decide. But for agri graduates, this is the best option. You can go with the agriculture optional, right? Right. So why agriculture? Recently, many students, not only agri graduates, students from other background, engineering and other bioscience background, they're also interested to take agriculture optional. So the advantages of choosing agriculture optional, இதுதான் நிறைய பேர் கேட்பீங்க. Many students usually they ask this question, sir, whether it is a scoring. Okay, the scoring means whether we can able to get 300 or 290, 280, right? Actually, recently for the last 4 or 5 years, there was a very good result from agriculture. So last year also, from our institute alone, from Shankar IAS Academy alone, under my guidance, nearly 15 students cleared both IAS as well as forest service. And the top rank and the top marks are from our institute only. Previous year also. So previous year also, one of the top score at the all India level, 284 out of 500. That was our student. Okay. And this year also, one of our student, Apsara, she got a 196 rank. She got IAS. And she got the highest score in agri optional. All India level, highest score, 276 out of 500. And all India level top rank from agriculture, one of our students, 125, Apsara. Sorry, Saranya. Okay. She scored, okay, her rank 125. Yeah. Okay, right. So recently from Tamil Nadu, again, okay, so from Tamil Nadu, and maximum students mostly Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, we produce maximum results with agriculture optional. Maharashtra on the very good center. Okay, actually the Pune, there is one college, the College of Agriculture Pune, and Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, we are getting good results with agriculture optional. Okay, right. So most of the students, those who cleared the CSE, are from either Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, maximum students. Okay, right. So the success rate actually, it is based on the proportion. Actually, we have to see the proportion. So you might ask this question, sir, success rate number of students when we see the results, more number of students are with very popular options like sociology, public administration, political science, anthropology, right? But you have to see the proportion. How many students are appearing for the interview? Out of this, how many students are clearing in the final rank, final list? Okay, we should not see the absolute number, because again the sociology and other optional, the number of students appearing for the interview is very high. Nearly 1,000 students are appearing for the every year on average. Almost 1,000 students are appearing with the other optional. Okay, the major option, the popular optionals. Whereas again agriculture, on an average, nearly 100 students are appearing in the final stage for interview. So out of this 100, nearly 15 to 20 students are clearing with the agriculture optional. They entered in the final list, right? So the percentage is nearly 15-20% the success rate. Where in the optional in the list, in the success rate kadayad. But no other optional. So any optional, the success rate is maximum 8 or 7%. Okay, the rate of success, right? In agriculture, it is more than 10%. Okay. But with the top rank within 100, it's very rare. Okay, we have to accept the fact also because of this problem, the number of students appearing with the agri optional. So in the future, if more number of students enter into interview stage, we can expect the top rank even within 30 or within 20. Okay, right. Then one more advantage in agriculture optional. Earlier, mostly students they used to choose these optionals, like the popular optionals like geography, sociology, political science, public administration. The reason is these subjects are they have this overlapping syllabus with the GS area also, right? So mostly they avoid the pure science optional and the agriculture applied science optional. But nowadays, many students for the bioscience background, they are choosing agriculture optional. because we have one more advantage here in the GS paper also. They include agriculture. Okay, even the agri is a technical subject, but in the GS paper also, in the GS paper 3, we have a separate syllabus for agriculture. And every year, constantly, they are asking 4 questions from agriculture. Regularly, they are asking 4 questions, 2 short questions, 2 big questions. Okay, so totally 50 marks. So 2 big questions, 30 marks, and 2 short questions, 20 marks. Okay, so 50 marks every year from agriculture. And those questions are technical. Out of 4 questions, 2 questions are technical, directly from the syllabus in our agri subject. Right? And again, in our prelims area, the prelims also, we can expect the 4 to 5 questions from agriculture. So purely from agriculture. Actually, these subjects are interrelated. Geography, agriculture, and environment science. The 3 subjects are interrelated. Right? So we combined, we can expect more than 15 questions from this area in the prelims alone. You cannot distinguish, okay, from the whether the question is from agriculture or geography or environment science. If a question comes from agrobiodiversity, we can relate the topic with the geography, environment science, and agriculture. So all are interrelated. So for our agriculture, the knowledge of environment science and geography are important. That's why usually in my whether okay, in the GS program or in our optional class, my first advice is usually I will recommend the students to initially go through the NCERT geography books. 9th, 10th NCERT geography. And the geography understanding is very important for agriculture in the paper 1 area. In the geography 9th, I think 10th NCERT, Contemporary India 1 and 2, 9th, 10th NCERT books, geography NCERT books, where you can find one chapter, agriculture. So this is a basic chapter. For the non-agri students, they can go through this subject. So they have mentioned, okay, they have given that what are the various crops in India, the major crops in India, the crop distribution, and the factors affecting agriculture. You can find the basic details in the 10th NCERT. Okay, so the geographical knowledge is important, right? Okay, so then I told you. So these 2 points, just now I told you, we discussed that. Definite syllabus. 100% of the questions will be from syllabus only. So if you cover the syllabus with the proper notes, with the proper study material, you can able to address most of the questions in the exam, right? And evaluation is objective nature. It's not based on the examiner's preference. Okay, so if you write what is given in the book, if you give the correct answer, you will get maximum marks. Okay, and it's true for the technical paper. Since okay, most of our syllabus, okay, except a few topics in our syllabus, most of the topics are technical nature. Okay, and the genetics, cell biology, plant breeding, plant physiology, right? It's like our plus 2 exam. So those with the biomaths optional, biomaths and the in the plus 1 plus 2 biomaths subject. Okay, it's like writing our plus 2 exam, public exam. Just okay, on a proper introduction and the scientist name, and then explain the process. Okay, right? It's very easy. And then these are the additional advantages choosing pure science optionals. Okay, so the applied science optional. So here agree. Okay, one more. We have one more choice. We can appear for the students with the science background, because for the Indian Forest Service, only the science graduates, they can apply for the Forest Service. So it's not okay, not eligible. Okay, the arts graduates not eligible for the Forest Service. Only the science graduates, right? So for our BSc Agri candidates, they can also appear for Forest Service. And here again, we have to choose 2 optional. In the Forest Service, 2 options are there. So one we can choose agriculture. The other optional, botany. Actually, in the Indian Forest Service, only 4 options are very popular. Most of the 99% of students, okay, they choose only 4 optional: forestry, geology, agriculture, botany. The remaining options are not suitable, not feasible actually. பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா very okay, pure science, physics, chemistry, maths அந்த மாதிரி போகும். Okay, so it's very tough. So only these 4 options are suitable: agriculture, botany, forestry, geology. We cannot choose agri and forestry. These 2 combinations are not allowed in the UPSC, right? So we have only one choice, only option we have agriculture and botany. This is the best combination. because many subjects are common between agriculture and botany. In the paper 2 area, in the botany paper 2 area, if you see the syllabus, again, we will study the same subject. Cell biology, plant breeding, biotechnology, plant physiology. These subjects are common between agriculture and botany. In the botany paper 1 also, again, we study about the plant pathology, plant disease management. Okay. So it's easy. Okay, we can prepare these two optionals. So we have one more choice. So we'll apply in the prelims next year. Every year, February, they release a notification. So we'll applying for the 2026 prelims, we can apply combinedly. Or we can opt both IAS and the CSE and forest service with agri and botany combination. Okay, right. And this is also common. Okay, in the most of the science-based are optional. If you go through last 10 years PYQ, previous year questions, many times the questions will get repeated. If you go through the last 10 year question paper, many questions are get repeated. So it will give an idea. So how they are asking questions. And we can, okay, so apart from our material, apart from the syllabus, we have to go through PYQs also. Okay, so if you go through PYQs, we can expect 60-70% of questions in the exam every year. Okay, right. So who can choose agriculture optional? Right. So online students, I will clear all your doubts at the end of this session. I'll give separate time. After the end of the session, we can have discussion. Okay, doubts clearing session. Right. So highly suitable for agri graduates. They can choose agri optional. It's a high scoring. Recently, we are getting good results from agriculture. So no need to worry about agri optional. Right. Okay, we can choose. Agri graduates, no need to worry about that. For the non-agri graduates, the students with the bioscience background, right? BSc botany, BSc zoology, microbiology, biotechnology. So those students, they can choose agriculture optional, right? And for the engineering graduates, in their higher secondary, in the +1, +2, those who have studied biomaths, they can choose agriculture optional, right? So if you have studied biomaths in your +1, +2, you can choose for the engineering graduates, right? Otherwise, it is not suitable. For the arts graduates, the commerce, economics, arts group, and those who have studied computer science in the +1, +2, this is not suitable. Okay, so don't choose agriculture. You can think about some other optional, right? Because okay, little bit in the paper 1 is easy. It seems easy. Actually, paper 1 easy, but scoring is difficult. I will tell you. Okay, I'll explain later, right? So in our agriculture, the paper 1, it's like most of the syllabus are like GS paper only. So the topics are very general, like environmental science, ecology and environmental science, and then some topics are related to agriculture economy area, right? And then soil science, soil and water conservation. So these topics we will study in GS geography also. So these topics are like GS only, but the paper 2, it's highly technical. So conceptual oriented. In the paper 2 area, we have genetics, cell biology, plant breeding, plant physiology, seed technology. So the paper is highly technical. So scoring is difficult. So you must have this the basic level of, okay, actually in my class, I will explain everything clearly. Okay. So from the scratch, I will teach, okay, from the scratch. I will explain all the concepts very clearly, but you need some basic understanding of this biology area, the +2 level biology. When I discuss about this pollination process, reproduction and all, you must have this, okay, the understanding. Okay, right, that's the thing. So it's very difficult to understand the paper 2 area. Okay, right. Otherwise, okay, the remaining, okay, they can choose agri optional, right? But still you have any doubts for choosing agri optional, you can call me. We can have discussion. Okay, I will guide you. So this is my number, 97866 18217. If you have any doubts, if you want to discuss with me personally, you can call on this number, okay? Not only for this choosing of optional, you can also call me for any guidance. And if you are doing any self-preparation with Agri optional, I will guide you, okay? So coaching is necessary for those who have facing difficulty in the paper 2 area. Without understanding those concepts, very difficult to score high marks in the paper 2. Okay. Suppose if you are very thorough with the paper 2 area, if you have proper understanding of this plant breeding, genetics and all, coaching is not necessary. Okay. So you can join test series and you can do self-preparation. Right. I will guide you, okay, how to proceed for self-preparation. But if you have problem with in the paper 2 area, the conceptual understanding, in the not only paper 2, paper 1 also, many areas are conceptual. Soil science, okay, soil science, nutrient management, irrigation, these topics are conceptual, right? So if you have problem in the conceptual understanding, I will clear all your doubts. In the class, I will explain all the concepts very clearly, okay, right? And for compulsory, I am taking, so this is for only for agri students, okay? For the non-agri students, coaching is compulsory, okay? The students with the engineering background or the non-agri students with any bioscience background, coaching is compulsory. Okay, right. Right. So in this program, in our class program, so it's a 4.5 months, okay, 4.5 months course. So the class is going to start from next week, Monday to Friday. We have class, regular class. Okay? It's a regular batch. Suppose if you're interested in the weekend batch, actually every year I conduct 2 batches simultaneously. One batch here in Chennai, it's a regular batch, both online and offline, right? And another batch in Delhi, it's a weekend batch. So every weekend I'll be in Delhi. I will go to Delhi every weekend. Saturday, Sunday, weekend batch in Delhi. So it's a 4 hours class. Okay, right. So here, so in the regular class, so the duration is same. Okay, so here I will take Monday to Friday, evening time, 6:30 to 8:30. So this is a class time. Every day we have class. So for the online students, we will provide the link, the class link. So we will create after this process, after the orientation, we will create a separate channel for the class students, Telegram for the class students. So in the channel, we will provide all the details, the class link, everything. Okay, right. So timing 6:30 to 8:30. So evening time, 2 hours class every day, 2 hours class. Okay. So for the in the Delhi batch, weekend batch, morning time. So morning 10 to 1:30. So nearly 4 hours class, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So for the working professional and those who are attending classes, okay, in the evening, some other GS classes, you can choose weekend batch. Okay, right. So in our class program, so I told you that you will get a better conceptual clarity, conceptual understanding of all the subjects. I will teach in depth, particularly this area, the genetics and plant breeding. Okay, so that's a very important topic in our paper 2. I will teach in depth. Okay, right. And then our course program, it aligns with the current trend in agriculture optional. This is very, very important. So what is the recent trend in agriculture optional? For that, first we need to understand the syllabus. So in our agriculture, I told you 2 papers, okay, in our mains. Each paper consists of, each optional consists of 2 papers. So paper 1, paper 2, 250 marks. So in our paper 1, these are the major subjects. So the first part of the syllabus, ecology and environment science, and then agronomy area, cropping system, weed science, irrigation and drought agriculture, soil science, soil science, forestry, nutrient management, extension and farm management. Okay, so these are our syllabus in the paper 1. Right. Actually, in our syllabus, they have given only the paragraph. So no mention of the topic. Okay, this is based on the syllabus understanding. Okay, so these are the major areas. And each paper in our exam, each paper divided into 2 sections, section A and section B. Okay, so in our optional, we have choice. In the GS, no choice. In the GS paper, they will ask 20 questions. You have to attempt all the questions. No choice in the GS paper. But in optional, we have choice. So there are 8 questions. Section A consists of 4 questions. Section B consists of 4 questions. So totally 8 questions. So out of 8 questions, you have to choose 5 questions. Okay, we have choice. Okay, 3 questions, choice. Okay, right. So 5 into 50, 250 marks. Each question carries 50 marks. So 5 into 50, 250 marks. So this is the exam pattern. Right. So mostly in our section A and section B, there is no clear the distinction of the subjects. No clear division, right? So, but we can assume that in the section A, the first 4 topics, this area. So mostly for the section A, the questions are mostly from this area. For the section B, the later part of the syllabus. Okay. Similarly for paper 2 also. Okay. So these are the major subjects in the paper 2. Genetics, plant breeding, biotechnology, seed technology, plant physiology, horticulture, entomology and pathology, food security. So these are the subjects in the paper 2 area. Okay. Actually, in our agri program, in our college program, we study more than 70 subjects, right? But in our UPSC syllabus, these are the subjects. No need to study the nematology and all, not part of the syllabus. Microbiology, we study microbiology also, right? So they're not part of the syllabus. Don't worry about that. Okay, so just we have to cover only the syllabus topic. Okay, right. And here it's full of technical. Paper 2 is okay. This is what I told you. So paper 2 is full of technical. So regarding the scoring, when compared to paper 1, paper 2 scoring is easy. Subject is difficult, right? So we can take just 1 month time to complete paper 1, but it will take 2 to 3 months time to complete the paper 2. But scoring is easy in the paper 2. We can score more than 140 or 150 in the paper 2, and the paper 1, even getting 130 plus is very difficult. Okay, so our aim is 140 plus. Okay, so 280 above. We should aim for more than 280 in the optional. Okay, right. So what is the current trend? Okay, so our course program aligns with the current trend in agri optional. So earlier, if you go through the previous year question paper, 3 to 4 years back, the questions are mostly directly from the syllabus topic, and the questions are mostly general questions. I will give you an example. Okay, in our syllabus in this area, in the ecology and environment science, in this area, there is one syllabus topic called agroclimatic zones. So cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones in the country. This is syllabus topic. They are given the syllabus. Okay, cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones in the country. Right. So the same topic you study in geography also, GS geography. So we have 15 major zones in the country. There are 15 major agroclimatic zones in the country. It is based on our physiographic division. Western part of India, the desert region, northern part of India, Indo-Gangetic plains, northern Himalayas, eastern Himalayas, west coast plain, east coast plain, and the central plateau. Okay, these are based on the major physiographic division. We have 15 zones, right? So one common question in this area. This is syllabus topic, so we can expect here one direct question from the syllabus topic. Discuss the different agroclimatic zones in the country. Okay, discuss the cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones in the country. So for this question, we can write a simple answer. First, we will define what is the meaning agroclimatic zone, and then we will discuss about the cropping pattern in different zones in the country. There are 15 zones in the country, so we can describe about just 2-3 lines about each zone. We can draw an India map, and we can highlight we can mention the major zones in the country. Okay, this is the answer for this question. So we must know about what is the description of each zone. Take the example, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, the northern part of India, Indo-Gangetic Plains. So in the Indo-Gangetic Plains, one major zone, the northwestern part of India, Punjab, Haryana, northwestern part of India, where the major cropping pattern is rice wheat based cropping pattern. Okay, so we discuss about this thing. The states covered, northwestern part of India, the states covered, Punjab and Haryana. What is the soil type? Alluvial soil, right? And the major crops are rice, wheat. So we describe in this way. And what is the climate in that region? Okay, so this is the answer for the question. In this way, we have to describe each zone separately. But what is the recent trend in agri optional? For each zone, the questions are, they are asking very specific questions, micro topic specific questions, right? So recently they are asking particularly the zone. Describe the cropping pattern in the middle Gangetic Plains, or in the central plateau, or in the western plateau, right? So here the problem is, for a 10-mark question for 2-page, we can able to prepare notes for the 2-page, right? But if they ask a single zone for 2 pages, so we know, okay, we must know the lot of information, because you have to fill the page. So far, okay, so if they are asking 2 zones, then we have to, okay, we have 2 pages, so we have to write for the whole page about a particular zone. Okay, so this is the current trend in our agri optional. I will give you one more example. Okay, we'll get a better understanding. Again, there is one, okay, our syllabus topic, just a single line. Applications of remote sensing in agriculture. Remote sensing, everyone know, right? Not necessarily agri graduate. Yeah. Everybody can write answer for this question. Applications of remote sensing in agriculture. This is a syllabus topic, right? So for this question, again, 5-6 years back, the question, they used to ask this question, discuss the applications directly from the syllabus. This is our advantage of science-based optional. Okay, the questions are directly from they ask the question directly from the syllabus word, exactly, right? So discuss the applications of remote sensing in agriculture. So 3 pages or 2 pages notes answer. We have to prepare for the 2-page, 3-page answer. So for the remote sensing application, we have lot of applications. We can write more than 10 applications. Okay, from agriculture alone, we can discuss about the remote sensing satellites. They are used for the groundwater estimation, soil survey, for yield estimation, yield prediction in the area forestry area, watershed monitoring of the watershed programs. Okay, we can discuss so many applications of remote sensing in agriculture. We can write 10 applications one by one, right? We prepare answer in this way for 2 pages answer. But again here, nowadays they are asking that micro topic specific question. Discuss the application of remote sensing in soil survey and soil mapping and yield mapping. Very specific question. Not all the applications. Okay, so you have to write only about what is the application of remote sensing in how they are useful for the soil survey mapping, and how this remote sensing useful for the yield prediction, yield mapping in agriculture. You have to elaborate these 2 concepts. Okay, so this is the nature of the questions nowadays. So the problem is, again, our agri optional for those who are preparing optional, okay, the self preparation. The main problem is the syllabus topics are just they have given the major topics, just 1-line syllabus, right? So in our coaching, in the program, I will discuss, okay, I will break the topics into what are the minor topics are possible. In the particular topic, what are the areas we need to cover? Okay, what are the possible questions from a particular topic? We discuss in this way in our class. So in every class, after completing a particular subject, I will discuss all the aspects of a particular syllabus. So in the syllabus topic, we have to cover these are the areas are important. So it will give you a clear guidance. Okay, so you will get a clear idea how to proceed with the agri optional. What are the areas we need to study? Okay, And you can find the same information in the material also. And one more advantage here, I will provide the comprehensive material for in the course. You will get this 6 books. It's a 2000 page material. Okay, so for the paper 1, paper 2, you will get paper 1 3 volume, paper 2 3 volume. So totally 2000 page material. So just you can follow this book. In our Agri optional, for the entire syllabus, at least we need to refer for every subject, we have to refer one reference book. Okay, so nearly there are you have to buy nearly 10 books for agriculture optional to cover the entire syllabus. For genetics, we have a separate book. Plant breeding also we have separate book. Okay, right. So we have to cover we have to buy nearly 10 books for the agri optional, minimum 10 books. Okay, apart from that, we have to refer the internet also. And we have an important source, internet source, Agritech portal, developed by TNAU. That's also very important, right? But you don't need to worry about that. These 6 books, it will cover the entire syllabus. Currently, this many students, they might have heard about this material. You know, all India level, in the current, every month I am selling nearly more than 100 books. Okay, so throughout India, this is the best selling material for agriculture optional. Throughout India, even I am selling material to Jammu Kashmir and northeastern states. Those students are buying this material from Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan, Punjab, okay, so this is the best material for the agri optional. Okay, just you can follow this material, our class program. Okay, just you can follow our classroom program, the class notes, our class discussion, and you can find for every topic what to study. That's a challenge. If you refer the reference book, the main problem is whether all those topics are important. For the syllabus topic, what are the areas we have to study? Because in the reference books, they give more information. Okay, but here I have prepared this material based on our exam point of view. So for this topic, these are the topics that are important. So I have covered all those areas. Okay, right. And for non-agri students, it will be very useful. Non-agri students don't need to worry about the reference books. Simply they can follow this material. Okay, right. So we will get this comprehensive material for agriculture. And then in our program, answer writing program. So in our class program, not only teaching, I will also provide answer writing program. So this is very important. Okay, for the mains, answer writing program is very important. So in our class, regularly I will conduct class test. After completion of each topic, I will conduct one class test. Okay, and before the commencement of the class test, for the initial 2 weeks, I will provide regular answer writing every day. After at the end of the class, I will give class assignments. First, okay, because we are directly many of our freshers. College level, college answer rating, okay, it's different from our UPSC answer rating. Okay, we cannot follow the same answer rating in the UPSC exam. It's different. Okay, so we have to follow a lot of the structure, presentation. There are so many things are there in our UPSC answer rating. So I will guide you. Initially, for the first 2 weeks, every day we have this answer rating program. After that, I will conduct a regular class test. So in our program, okay, in our the 4.5 months, we will get more than 10 class tests. So almost we will cover nearly 70-80% of the syllabus from the class test. Okay, right. And as I told you earlier, most of the toppers for agri in the entire all India level okay, so for the last 9 years we are currently we have all the toppers, okay, agri optional. Most of the toppers are from our institute only. So I have, okay, the toppers answer copy, the top scoring. Not only toppers and the agri graduates, the toppers and all India level top score. Many students, okay, even they cleared with the agri optional, they cleared with the 260, 270, 270 and all, right? But I have the toppers answer copy, the students who scored the top mark in the particular year in agriculture. So Swati Sri, she scored 303 in agri optional in 2021. Okay, that was highest score at that year. Okay, and last year Megha, she scored 284. That was highest score last year, and this year 276. Okay, right. So I will share these copies in our Telegram channel. We have a classroom for the separate program. So for this program, we have a separate Telegram channel. I will share these copies in the Telegram channel. Okay, you can refer this toppers answer copy for the answer rating. You can tune your answer rating. okay, based on the toppers answer writing program, right? And one more, current affairs not important. இது நிறைய பேர் இந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்பீங்க. வாட் அபவுட் கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் இன் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர், whether they are important, okay, in the agri optional. For other optionals, okay, that's one more challenge. On the humanity subjects, we need to integrate the current affairs. So many areas are dynamic in nature. In the sociology or geography, in the public administration or political science, current affairs are very important. Okay, but here in agri optional, only few areas current affairs are important. So in the class itself, I will discuss what are the areas we have to refer current affairs. Moreover, I'm running a separate Telegram channel for agri optional, exclusively for the agri optional. Okay, so in my channel, you can find a lot of this information, the value addition. So I will post the current affairs news from agriculture and where they are relevant. So I will also mention these topics, okay, where we can relate with our syllabus topic. Okay, so if you follow this channel regularly, you will get an understanding. So how we can refer the current affairs for agri optional. Okay, right. That's a common channel only. That's common. You can find in the Telegram in my name. Your name le irukum. KANAGARAJ agri optional for UPSC. Okay, right. So it's a common channel exclusive for agri optional. You can find a lot of information in the channel. The PYQ compilation, lot of value addition, current affairs, everything you can find on the channel. Okay, right. So in our course program, I will integrate the current affairs also under the relevant topic. So current affairs is not important for all the topic. So regarding agri optional, no need to worry about current affairs. Just you have to follow the syllabus. You have to read this material. That's more than sufficient. Regarding current affairs, your regular current affairs is sufficient. No need to prepare current affairs exclusively for agriculture. Not necessary. Wherever you keeping on the magazines la padikanuma, whether any magazines are important for the agri optional, not necessary, not important. It's a waste of time. So you can follow. Anyhow, you have to prepare current affairs for a GS preparation, right? The same current affairs, okay, is more than sufficient. So whenever you come across the information related to agriculture, you can note it in your material. Only few topics like environment science. So in the environmental science, we have the syllabus topic, climate change, pollution. These topics are okay in our syllabus area, in the environment science. So for this area, you can relate with the current affairs, the recent developments in those area, climate change and pollution. Again, in our paper 1 area, agricultural economy area. So under the agri-economics area, this minimum support price, agriculture price policy, minimum support price, agri-marketing. For this area, we have to relate with the current affairs, the recent developments in those area. Again, in the paper 2 area, food security and poverty. The recent report on the current affairs. Okay, recently, the World Bank revised the absolute poverty on the rate. Earlier, it was $2.15 per day. Those who are earning less than $2.15 per day, so they come under the absolute poverty. But now they revised this rate, $3 per day. Okay. So this is the recent current affairs. So this information useful for our agri optional also. You can relate those topics in our agri optional. So only few areas current affairs are important that we will discuss in the class itself. Okay, right. Actually, basically, in our entire agri optional, we study about these 3 areas. And the paper 1, the crop production, agronomy area. Okay, so crop production area. So here we discuss about the irrigation practices, nutrient management, weed management, dryland agriculture. So this area we discuss in the crop production area, agronomy. And the paper 2 area we discuss about the crop improvement and crop protection, entomology, pathology and crop breeding, the genetics and the seed technology. Okay, so basically only in the 3 major areas: crop production, crop protection and crop improvement, agri syllabus. Okay. And many of agri graduates even they are hesitant to take agri optional நிறைய இதுக்கு பயந்துட்டு எடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. Many students are hesitant to agree optional because of these two syllabus, entomology and pathology. But don't worry about that. Okay, so the questions from those area, particularly this pest and disease management, only one question is possible, right? We have other syllabus. Okay, from the same topic we can cover the other areas, but don't worry about it. In our agree optional, only 2 areas are challenging. The remaining things we can easily prepare. Only 2 areas are challenging in our agree optional. One is a package of practices, because these are highly factual. Okay, so package of practices and pest and disease management. So only these 2 areas are highly challenging because of the factual nature, because we need to cover more than 40-50 crops. Regarding this package of practices, starting from sowing till harvesting, we have to prepare the entire procedure, okay, for all the crops, for all the important agricultural crops and horticultural crops, in the horticulture also. Right? So this is a challenging area. But I will give again in our class, I will give you some idea. So how to manage those area? We can easily prepare those area. One question is possible, okay, from those area. I will guide you in the class how to approach those topic. Similarly, in the pest and disease management also, we have to cover crops individually, but I have one common strategy. So in the class, I will teach you the common strategy, so that you will get, irrespective of the crop, what are the crop they are asking for a particular disease or pest, we can write one common strategy. We can prepare one common answer. It is possible in those area. Okay. So you need to worry about these 2 areas. Any doubts? Now you can ask doubts. Online students? Yeah. அப்பெல்லாம் கேட்க மாட்டாங்க, கேட்கறது இல்லை. Only nowadays only 2 type of questions, 10 marks and 20 marks. 10 marks short question, 20 marks big question. For 10 marks 2 pages, 20 marks 3 pages. Agree optional. Okay. So you have to contain the answer within those 2 pages and 3 pages. You need to prepare. That's the answer writing program in the class. Okay. The problem is in agriculture, for agri graduates, the problem is they know a lot of information. You study a lot. So the main challenge is in the answer writing, you have to contain without compromising the quality, you have to contain the answer. So the quantity is not important, quality is very important. So you have to present a very neat structure, okay, neat presentation and structure with the proper content. So you will get the practice in the classroom program. Regularly we conduct, initially we conduct the answer writing session, and then we have a regular class test. Okay, right. So course language is English only. Okay. Yes, okay. So regarding this optional, UPSC, in the UPSC notification itself, they mentioned that for any optional, the students, the candidates, they need the bachelor's degree, knowledge of the bachelor's degree. Okay, that's sufficient. But since agri is a technical subject, in some areas we need to give extra information. Okay, that we'll discuss in the class. I will tell you about what are the areas we can give some extra information. This is value addition. Okay.
Sir, unable to hear your voice, sir, and your video too.
Unable to? Online students? So audio is okay? So for the engineering graduates, just I told you, with the bio maths, the bioscience in their +1, +2, they can able to manage. So for the online students, we will provide all the information in the Telegram channel. So for the online students regarding this class test, I will upload the question paper in the channel, Telegram channel on the day of test. So they have to take the printout and they have to.
Sir, even I can't watch the video, sir.
You can't?
Watch the video, sir. I can only hear your voice.
Videos? Okay, right. So please try reconnecting the link. Yes, okay, test series is part of our classroom program, but not full length test series. So this is okay, the class test program is different. For the full length test series, that is 250 marks. That we will conduct a separate test series program next year after prelims. Okay. But for the old students, we will provide concession. In our classroom program, we have class test. Okay, class test. Regularly, we have class test. But the full length test series, 250 marks, will be conducted next year. After every prelims, we conduct one test series. So for the online students, the material will be dispatched through courier. After the commencement of the class, we will collect the address through Google form, and we will dispatch material within a week. Maximum after the commencement of the class, we start this process. Maximum, okay, for online students, they will get the material maximum 2 weeks at time after the commencement of the class. Okay, so for those who are preparing, okay, the self preparation, you can contact me. I will guide you. So this is my number. You can message me, I will reply. Okay. Yes, okay, for the online students, we provide both live classes and the recordings. So on every day, we will provide the class link to attend the live class. Then at the end of the class, we share the recorded videos. So for the online students, they have a separate portal. We will provide the login details. So they can log into their account. They can watch the recorded videos. Okay. Even if they miss the class, they can watch the recorded classes. Okay. Offline கொடுக்கறோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இப்போ இதெல்லாம் டிஃபால்ட் ஆயிருச்சு. For the offline students also, they can watch the recorded videos if they miss the class. Okay. So recordings will be provided. Don't worry about that. Yes, separate app is there. Okay, for the online students, separate students portal is there. So those who didn't study well in the college, you don't need to worry about that. As I told you earlier, I will explain all the concepts very clearly in the class. Okay. So and those who have better understanding of the subject, good conceptual clarity, they can decide whether to join the coaching or they can do self-preparation. Okay, it's up to you. But for the non-agri students, I will usually suggest coaching is very important. Okay. So only for agri students, they can decide based on their understanding of the subject. They can proceed with either coaching or self-preparation. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Okay, so for the botany optional, again, no need to worry about that. And I went to interview with the agri and botany combination, so I will guide you after our agri course. If you clear the forest service prelims, I will guide you separately for the botany optional also. Okay, you will get all the details.
Sir, will you provide
initially we prepare for the agri optional. First we have to thorough with the agri optional, and then for the forest service we have time. Okay, after the completion of the CSC mains, we have 2 months time, 2 to 3 months time for the forest service mains. This time gap is enough to cover the botany. Okay, and since many subjects are common within agri and botany, we can so most of the subjects covered in the agri itself. So you can focus on the remaining areas in the botany. But at present, no need to worry about botany. But some students, okay, they prepare only for the forest service. And for those students, they have to prepare simultaneously, agri and botany. But those who are preparing for the CSE and the IFOS, first you need to focus on the CSE. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, yeah.
sir, will you provide the books for botany optional, sir?
Botany optional, I will send you the list of books.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
I don't prepare any material for the botany,
sir.
but I will guide you. Okay, what are the books we have to refer?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, and what is the price and fees of the agri optional, sir?
Currently, 34,000. So for
Sir.
this batch,
Sir.
the optional fee is 34,000.
Sir, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, whether we can take in offline or online, sir?
Where are you? You are
Sir,
from?
Andhra Pradesh, sir.
You can take online coaching.
Sir, sir.
So both are available. Okay, both offline and online coaching is available.
Sir.
So for the students in Chennai, they can choose offline course.
Sir.
For other states, they can choose online course.
Say for the sir, but for the online coaching, the timings are the same, sir.
Yeah, same timing only.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Timing, fee, everything same.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually,
Yeah, tell me.
I'm at Delhi, sir, and I met you earlier also, sir. And this time, Delhi weekend batch will start, sir.
Yes, we are going to start from July July last week. So
Last
in Delhi
week, sir.
also we have this orientation session.
Sir.
So in Delhi, the weekend batch is going to start from July 26.
July
We have
26,
orientation program on July 19.
Demo, sir. July 19th is the program.
Correct, yeah.
Online demo.
Yes.
And sir, one more query, sir. The classes will be on in the morning itself, no, sir, from 10 to 2, like that.
Yes, again, Delhi,
so we have to,
the program, the class hours are morning 10 to 1:30.
1:30, right, yes. Sir, right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah. Messages in here. Any other doubts? Shall we enter into demo class? On demo lecture? Online students, any other doubts? Regarding class recordings and all, you can, I will provide a coordinated number, optional coordinated number. You can ask all your doubts, or so you can message me separately.
Do we have any dictation parts in the class, or we have to entirely rely on the materials?
Sorry?
Do you have any dictations in the class, sir?
Dictation, yeah, correct. Okay, so in our class, I will, while explaining the concepts, dictation is only for some few topics, not for all the topic, because I will provide the material. Actually, you have to refer only the material. Okay, and I have to take so the running notes. You have to make running notes. So while discussing in the class, I will give you how to approach this topic, what are the questions are possible, and I will discuss every concept clearly. So you have to make the running notes. Okay. So this running notes will be useful for your preparation for revision. Okay. So before on every day, so before reading in the material, you have to go through these running notes, the class notes. After that, you can refer the material. Okay. But your main the material, okay, the reference is your the class material, our books. That's the main source. Okay. And from that material, you have to make short notes. I will explain everything again in the class, how to prepare the short notes. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay. So this test series is only that's different. Okay, in our classroom program we conduct class test, the answer writing program. It's a part of the classroom program. Regarding the test series for the mains, that's different. So for the full length test series, you have to enroll again, but with we will provide concession for the old students. You can join under the old student category. Okay. The fees will be different for new students and the old students. Okay. Okay, any other doubts?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we pay 34,000 for now, don't you include test series, main test series in that fee structure, sir?
No. So this classroom program for the optional, this 34,000 includes the material. You will get this comprehensive material and the 4.5 months course with our class test.
Okay, sir. Again, we have to enroll for mains test series, sir.
Main test series separate.
Okay.
So that is next year. Okay, after the prelims, for those who are writing mains next year, usually they join the mains test series, optional test series. So that's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, one small query, sir. Sir, they have told that I visited our institute, sir, in Delhi today. They mentioned that only 50 students is strength for offline program.
50 students?
Done, sir, earlier, or else directly we can join.
Sorry, I don't understand. What's
Sir,
your query?
Sir, my query is that only 50 students is the limit for a classroom program, like I mentioned, sir. Okay. So, how to fill our applications, or whether to do it online or offline?
I don't think there is no the number of students per class. We didn't set those limits at all, but I will inquire. Okay, I will ask Delhi Academy.
Yeah, sir, please,
separately, I will inquire Delhi Academy.
Yeah, sir, I will text you.
Maybe
sir,
because recently they shifted the office room. Maybe
yes, sir, yes, sir.
I think it's a classroom constraint or something. Okay, I don't know exactly. So I will talk to them and I will update you.
Sure, sir, please, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
So you said the entire course will take 4.5 months to complete.
Hello.
So will it be the same for both?
So your voice is too low. Can you please a little louder? Hello.
Hello. Now is it okay, sir?
Yes. Yeah.
So you said that the entire course will take 4.5 months. So will it be same for both weekend and weekdays batch?
Yes, correct. Because in the weekdays we take only 2 hours class, but in weekend we take 4 hours class, Saturday, Sunday. So same duration only. Sir. So simultaneously I finish the course simultaneously. In Delhi also we finish the course by the end of December, before the December first week. Approximately the course will 4.5 months. So starting from mid of July, the course will go up to December first week. Okay. So based on your convenience, you can join either the weekend batch or the regular batch. Duration will be same only. Okay. Any topic you want to discuss? Demo class. Online students. Soil. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. Regular class starting from Monday, July 14th. Soil, agronomy. Okay. Agronomy, soil science. Okay. Any other topic? Huh? Physiology. Okay. Right. Breeding. Breeding methods. Okay. Right. Okay, for the breeding methods, first we need the basic understanding. Okay, without those area, first we have to start with the genetics. அப்போ ஒரு கிளாஸே முடிஞ்சிடும். Right. Okay, so we start with the okay, soil. நீங்க என்ன சொன்னீங்க? Physiology. Okay. Right. Okay. The soil what's the difference here? Porosity, pore space, permeability, porous. Okay, the soil is porous, the soil is highly permeable, or the soil is highly impermeable. Pore space, okay, and then porosity, high porosity, low porosity. What's the difference here? Okay, I will give you two examples. One is a clay soil, another one is a sandy soil. So this is based on the texture of the soil. Okay, so clay soil contains they are the very hard soil, right? Compact soil. So one example for the clay type of soil, black soil. In Maharashtra and Gujarat we have black soil. So the nature of black soil is clay. Okay, so their texture is clay. Whereas in the desert soil, Rajasthan, so the desert soil, the nature of the soil is sandy in nature. Okay, right. So can you say which soil has high porosity and the pore space percentage, high permeability, highly porous, or impermeable? Okay,
Sandy soil.
Sandy soil
is highly porosity.
Highly porous.
Is more, sir. And permeable, sir, highly.
Highly permeable. And then?
And porosity is also more, sir.
High porosity. Okay, then?
Yes. Then in case of this one, sir,
opposite.
Opposite,
so less
sir.
Porous, highly impermeable, less permeable, less porosity. Okay. Actually, this porosity is actually different. Okay. So these two are related concepts. Permeability, porous, both are same. Okay. So highly permeable, pass through. Okay. So in the soil profile, what is the meaning this permeability or porous? So this is a soil profile. It contains the various the soil particle, right? The ability of water to pass through. The free drainage is called permeability. The water can easily pass through the soil profile. So this nature of the soil is called permeability, right? So if the water drains freely, quickly, right, then we can say that the soil is highly permeable, right? And it has porous nature. The porous of the sandy soils are highly porous, right? Whereas porosity is different. So clay soil has high porosity and the sandy soil has less porosity. So what's the difference here? The permeability and the porosity, right? So here the porosity means it's not based on the permeability, it is based on the number of pore spaces. So there is a difference between the gap between the soil particle and the number of pore spaces. Okay, right. So here the nature of the soil, sandy means they are the bigger size particle. The size of the particle is more than 2 millimeter size. Whereas the clay particle, the size of the particle is very less. They have size less than 0.002 mm. Okay, so they are very minute particles in the soil, right? So for the clay particle, if a soil contains a more amount of clay particle, right? Because actually no soil is 100% clay or 100% sandy. Always the soil contains mixture of the various soil particle, right? Based on their relative proportion. A soil is called a clay soil or sandy soil or mixed, okay? In between group, one more soil type is called a silty soil, right? So these are the three particles in the soil, sand, silt and clay. So based on their relative proportion, we can say the soil is a clay soil or the sandy soil, okay? Right. So example, the black soil, it contains more amount of clay particles. So in the black soil, if you see the soil profile, the size of the soil particle, very minimum, okay? So most of the soil particles are clay size. So the clay size is very minimum. So this is the soil profile. This is the nature of the soil profile, right? Then what is the meaning this pore space? Pore space is nothing but in between the gap between the soil particle, okay? Right. So here, in a soil profile, 50% occupied by the solid phase. In a soil profile, 50% occupied by the, in general, okay, this is a common pattern. So 50% occupied by the solid particle. Here the solid phase means the soil particle. They are the part of the solid phase, okay. The sand, silt, clay are the part of the solid phase. And the remaining 50% are the pore space. Remaining 50% are the pore space, and those are the gaps, the gap between the soil particle. And here, in an ideal soil, it contains the 50% pore space divided into two, 25% water, 25% air. And the pore space filled with 25% water, remain 25% air. So we use the term soil air, soil water. Okay, so this is the ideal composition for the given type of soil. Okay, right. So here the pore space means the gap between the soil particles, and those are filled with water and air molecules, right? So this porosity measures the number of pore spaces in a soil, right? So just imagine here the two diagrams. So this is the nature of the sandy soil, because sandy soil contains larger the soil particle. So this is the soil profile of the sandy soil, right? And can we count the number of pore spaces here and here? Which contains more number of pore spaces? Clay soil. So the porosity measures the number of pore spaces in the soil. So clay soil has high porosity but low permeability because they are tightly packed. That means between the soil particle, the pore spaces are very minute, very minimum. The size of the pore space is very minimum. Whereas in the sand particle, since they are bigger size particle, right? When you arrange the soil particle in this way, you can find large pore spaces. The size of the pore space is large. So the water can easily pass through the sandy soil. That's why if you pour water in the beach sand or in the desert soil, the water drains quickly. Whereas in the clay soil, they can hold water for very long time. Okay, because the drainage is very it's affected by the size of the pore space. So it takes very long time for the drainage. Okay, that's why based on this property, we can say the clay soil, the black soil, they have high water holding capacity. Again, we have to, okay, this is soil science is a pure science. Why this topic is important? We have to relate with agriculture. Okay, why we need to understand the studying the property of the soil, whether it is clay or sandy, right? Why it is important? Because for agriculture, we can plan irrigation based on the nature of the soil. Because okay, since the clay soil, they can hold more water for a very long time, so frequent irrigations are not necessary. Whereas in the sandy soil, if the soil is okay, sandy in nature, frequent irrigations are necessary because they pass through, okay, they drain very quickly, right? So the root zone, they drain the water very quickly, so we have to irrigate the water frequently, right? So we can decide the water holding capacity of the soil based on the porosity of the soil. Okay, the size of the pore space is very important, not number of pore spaces. Okay, so this permeability and the porous nature decided by the size of the pore space, and the porosity is decided by the number of pore space. Okay, right. That's why we use the term black cotton soil instead of black soil. You know, usually black cotton soil. Okay, we use the term, okay, for the why the black soil is highly suitable for the cotton crop. Why the name black cotton soil? So usually we study that for the cotton, one of the best soil group is black soil. That's why this is one of the reasons for the dominance of cotton production in the western part of India. Gujarat and Maharashtra, they are the top two producers of cotton in India. Why? Because cotton is predominantly grown as a rain-fed crop. So almost 90% of cotton grown in the rain-fed condition, dryland condition, where monsoon rainfall is the only source of irrigation. So for the cotton growing, the soil contains, this is a clay type of soil. They can hold water for very long time, so they can release the water gradually to the cotton plant, because cotton is a 6 months crop. Okay, so we say that the black soil is one of the suitable soil for the cotton growing. Okay, in the rain-fed condition. Right. Is it clear? So our class will be like this only for the conceptual understanding, and I will discuss, because for every topic we need to link with agriculture. Because in our agriculture, I told you it's applied science. So while discussing any topic, we discuss the application part. Why this topic is important? What is the need to study this topic? Right. So based on this understanding, we can better manage agriculture. So they will be useful for our proper decision making in agriculture. Okay. So always you have to link with this is the significant spot. In every question, while writing the answer for the question, finally we have to link with agriculture. Okay. We will discuss in the answer writing program in our class. Okay. Any other topic? Right. So regarding this schedule of the course, actually we go alternatively. First, initially we start with the paper 1, the basic cropping system, cropping pattern. They are the basic areas in the paper 1. So first we start with the paper 1, and then after completing a particular part, okay, the first portion of the paper 1, we move to paper 2, genetics and cell biology. So we go alternatively in our class. This is my usual, okay, my style of the teaching. So we conduct class test based on that. After completion of the paper on the first syllabus, I will conduct one class test. Then after that, I move to the second part, paper 2. After completing those portions, I will conduct class test. Again, I will come to paper 1. So we go alternatively in this way. I will give you one more topic, okay, on a simple topic. So you might have heard about this net sown area and the grass cropped area. So GC and NSA. So currently in India, 140 million hectares out of the total geographical area, that is 328 million hectares. So this is the total geographical area of the country. Out of this 328, nearly 140 million hectares is called the net sown area. So this is a land use classification. The remaining areas are the residential area, water bodies, forestry area, right? So 140 million hectares under the net sown area. And the grass cropped area is 190 million hectares. Okay. And based on that, we can calculate the cropping intensity. So cropping intensity index, net sown area divided by grass cropped area into 100. So this is a formula for the cropping intensity. So currently it is around 140%. Okay. So what is the meaning this grass cropped area? And in general, this grass cropped area is always equal to net zone area or higher than net zone area. It won't be less than net zone area. Correct? Why? Or what is the meaning this grass cropped area? இல்லை நீங்கள் அந்த கான்செப்ட் ஓகே ஆல்மோஸ்ட் வந்துட்டீங்க. ஸோ கிராஸ் கிராப் ஏரியானா வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங்? Okay. So net zone area means the actual land area available. That is the total arable land. So in India we have 140 million hectares of arable land. Arable land means cultivable land. The area suitable for cultivation, right? So 140 million hectares of arable land in India for agriculture, right? Out of this, the land utilized for cultivation in a single year. So how many times the land is put into cultivation? That is called a grass cropped area. So in a single year, for example, in Punjab and Haryana, northwestern part of India, or in the Delta region, Kaveri Delta, Krishna Delta in Andhra, in those regions, the famous cropping patterns are in the northwestern part of India, Punjab and Haryana, one famous cropping pattern, rice wheat. This is a famous cropping pattern, okay, in the northwestern part of India. In a Delta region, rice. This is a famous cropping pattern in the Delta east coast of India. Okay, right. So here, the number of crops in a single year, minimum 2. But in some areas, if water availability is there, okay, if enough water sources are available, then they go for even third crop also. In some areas, they go for the third crop, rice. And here they go for the pulses, the third crop. Okay, right. So in a single year, 3 crops are possible. The season, first season, Kharif season, second season, Rabi season, third season, summer season. So in a single year, the farmers can cultivate the crops 3 times. The Kharif, Rabi and summer season. So if a farmer having 1 hectare of land, so this is called the net zone area. 1 hectare of land is called the net zone area. This is the actual land area available for cultivation for the farmer, right? But how many times he utilizes the land? How many times the land is put into cultivation? 3 times in a single year. So the grass cropped area is 3 hectares. Okay. So if you calculate cropping intensity for this data, you will get 300%. So 3 divided by 1 into 100, 300%. Okay. So this is what we call it as intensive agriculture. Intensification in terms of time and space. More number of crops in a single year. So this intensification is very important for food security. Higher food production. If a farmer cultivates only 1 time during a year, suppose for example, from 1 hectare of land, if you produce 100 tons of food grains, if the same land is utilized 3 times, then in a single year we can achieve 300 tons food production, food grain production. Okay. So this concept is very important for analyzing the food security. Okay. So based on this crop intensity, the food security can determined based on the crop intensity index. Okay. So what is the main factor here? What is the main limiting factor here? Irrigation. Okay. So how is it possible for 3 crops in a single year, 2 crops in a single year? It is based on the irrigation facility, water availability. Okay. So the same progress. So here, in case of, think about this region, central part of India, Maharashtra, Gujarat, or in the Madhya Pradesh, or in the central part of Karnataka, in those regions, many areas are, they practice rainfed agriculture, dryland agriculture. So where rainfall is the only source of irrigation. What is the effective rainfall period? Just 4 months. Southwest monsoon. This is the most common market in India. The most common monsoon, southwest monsoon, rainfall period. Just 4 months, June to September. 4 months period. Okay. So for those farmers, those who own land in those area, they can cultivate the land only for the single season, the Kharif season, southwest monsoon season, the 4 months period. remaining time, no water source. Okay, again they have to wait for the next year, next monsoon. Okay, so maximum only one crop is possible during the monsoon season. So in those regions, the grass crop area is actually 1 hectare. Both are same. Net sown area is 1 hectare. Grass crop is also 1 hectare. Okay. So for overall, okay, throughout India, on average, we can calculate the 140% by combining all the area. Okay. But whether, okay, one more advantage of this, apart from this food production and the food security, this indicator, the cropping intensity index, also useful for our to analyze the land use, how efficiently we utilize the land resource in India, whether the farmers are leaving the land fallow or whether they are cultivating the land continuously. Okay, so it indicates that if the percentage is 300, we can assume that the farmers are utilizing the land more efficiently because the land is continuously cultivated. Okay, if the percentage is 100, so we can assume that the land is not utilized properly because the percentage is less. Okay, but there are some, okay, it's not always true. This index useful only for the seasonal crops, not for annual crops. Just imagine, just take this example, sugarcane. Sugarcane is a 10 months crop. If you calculate for sugarcane, you will get only 100%. Only one crop is possible in a single year. But the land is utilized efficiently. The land is utilized throughout the year. But only one crop is possible in a single year. So this is highly valid in case of seasonal crops. Okay, right. Yes, okay, actually, formula is grass cropped area divided by net sown area. So this is the formula, okay. Grass, okay, this grass cropped area divided by net sown area, okay, into 100. Subjective, objective. So black soil suitable for the cotton growth. That's why it's called a black cotton soil. So highly favorable for the cotton growth. So they are called a black cotton soil. And the black, because it contains, because it's a black in color, right? Black soil. Why it's called a black soil? It's black in color. But actually, organic soil also black in color. What's the difference here? Organic soil also, if you go to the forest area or in the marshy and the swampy area, those soils are also black in color. The forest soil also black in color. And here in the black soil also black in color. What's the difference here? So in the organic, okay, in the forest area, for the organic soil, so why they are black in color? Because they contain rich amount of humus.
Decomposition, sir. Organic, it contains more organic matter, sir.
Yes, correct. Okay, so humus particle. The humus, okay, very high in the organic soil, so they are black in color. In case of black soil, mineral, titanium oxide, TiO2, contains, okay, the black mineral, titanium oxide. That's why they are black in color. Okay. Right, any other doubts? Yes, okay, under the rainfed condition, cotton is mostly cultivated under the rainfed condition. In the Gujarat and Maharashtra, they are the largest producers of cotton in India. In those states, cotton is grown under the rainfed condition only.
Sir,
Yes.
the test you keep on weekends is subject like mains answer writing type or bubbling type, sir? What is the type of mode of examination, sir? Like writing answers in the form of mains pattern or prelims pattern, sir?
Okay, see, this program is okay. Entire program is a mains program. So the entire answer program is based okay for mains only, not
Okay.
objective type. That's not useful for our mains, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
But actually, I will cover the some prelims area also in our classroom program. It will be useful for your prelims. But actually, the program is mainly for mains optional or mains program. Right? Okay. Any other doubts, online students? Shall I end up the session? Right. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, you can call me. So give me a message in WhatsApp or Telegram. I will clear your doubts so we can have a discussion.